family tells you you're beautiful either way, and then I'd be like, okay, you have to say that because you're my family. It started off as a little patch on my knee, so it wasn't anything big, and I thought I had fallen. So I showed my friend, I was like, look, like this has been there for a while now. Okay, so I got it at 9 years old. After 7th grade, my 8th grade year, it really affected me. I didn't hide it as much. Well, I mean, the little kids, they always question, you know, and they're always like, oh, what is that? And I used to be a teacher's assistant for volunteering in high school, and they'd always be like, what is that? What is that you have in your hands? You know, I'd either play around with them like, oh, if you're bad in school, you can get this. And I mean, I don't think much of it when it's from kids. There were a few comments that I did receive, which that affected how I saw, you know, how I saw myself. Thinking back, okay, well, there was one time I got called like a Dalmatian dog, you know, a Dalmatian dog. And that was the one that sticks the most. There was other few ones, but you know, I've deleted them throughout the year. That one does stick out the most and did really, really change my emotions toward vitiligo. I saw myself, you know, I didn't see my worth due to my skin. I still struggle. I'm not gonna say yes 100%. I do know that I regret a lot of things. You know, I stopped myself from doing a lot of things growing up, and I do regret thinking back and saying, you know, you're worthless. You mean nothing. You will mean nothing to anyone. You're not beautiful. And I do regret telling myself those things. But now I see it a little bit more. Also, I mean, vitiligo now is like a trend, you know? There are a lot of models and famous people who have it. And I've met people who have vitiligo, and I see how they live, and then I ask myself, okay, so why can't I live like that? You know, why can't I just live my life? So I try not to stop myself, and when I think of these thoughts that should not be thought, I try to stop myself and tell myself otherwise. I may have vitiligo. It's on my skin, it's prominent, it's something that everyone can see. You know, it's not something I can hide easily. But in the end, no matter what anyone has, it's the same feeling we feel. Everyone has something that makes them feel lesser or less than what they should feel, you know? And may it be inside of us or outside, you know, visible on our skin, inside, the way we think, the way we see ourselves, if we have a condition, if we're struggling with a disease, anything. In the end, we all have the same emotion. We all feel the same way about ourselves. So, I mean, no one should ever put you down, and you should not let anyone put you down. We all have bad days, and it's okay to have bad days. It's okay. We're humans, we're not perfect. And I just want you to know that there is hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, even though, you know, it's hard to see. We may feel like we're not even in the tunnel, we're in a ditch inside the tunnel. So we gotta get out of that ditch and through the tunnel to see the light. But in the end, you'll get through it. We will get through it. It's worth the wait.